Good morning, grade 10s. Hopefully you guys got into Blackboard and the live classroom all right. Can you give me a green check mark in Blackboard just to indicate that you are ready to go, you hear me fine in the live classroom, and we are set to go for this morning for planning an ADC. Yay! So I was going to pre-warn you guys too, just as you're giving me those green check marks, you guys, I was going to pre-warn you because with me being a lifelong learner, to tie into yesterday's presentation, right, from English, for me being a lifelong learner, every year I try to do something new. I try to learn a new skill or something, right? So this year, my older daughter, Madeline, decided, or helped me decide that I should try dance for the first time. That's right. You heard me, dance. And so when we talked about it, I was laughing because I said, well, what kind of dance do you think mommy can do? And she was like, oh, mom, you with your moves, you could do hip hop. So needless to say, I have signed up for a hip hop class and I had my first class last night. So there will be no laughing today because my core and my stomach muscles are so sore today that I can't even move or giggle like I just did. So don't make me laugh this morning, you guys. All right. So I still see some people not in with the green check marks, you guys. So please, Connor, if you're there, Ian, Jenna, Costin, I know you just got into the room. Fantastic. Can you give me those green check marks just so I know that you are ready to go and that you can hear me on the live feed and we're ready to go. Awesome. Thank you, you guys. So for ADC, just a quick review of where you are at. All right. We started out with applied digital communications assignments, right, you guys? So now today, your Moodle tour is due. So you have done your profile and avatar and your Moodle tour. That should be complete for ADC planning. You will have noticed if you checked your grades for the course that I marked your profile and avatar yesterday. Now, if you only did your avatar and you didn't do your profile, basically I gave you the marks that I could. If you finish off that assignment and complete your profile, please message me in Moodle because that will prompt me to go back and remark, okay? So please, and if you're not happy with your mark or whatever, if you only got a 4 out of 5 and I've given you the reasons why, go back. You can fix it up if you want that 100%, okay? Completely up to you. The only thing that I ask is that you please message me in Moodle to let me know that I need to remark that for you. All right. Now, that being said, awesome. Ian, I won't start marking the Moodle tour assignment until this afternoon. So you have this afternoon to hand that in. Okay. And today's class, you guys, we go till 10:15. So, if you finish early, the assignment that I'm going to assign you today, you can always go back and have some more time for work time if you didn't finish off your Moodle tour. All right. So we're switching gears though, and now we're going to do a little bit of a planning assignment. Okay. So today, and just to start it off, I love this assignment, you guys, because number one, it's super, super easy. And number two, okay, it's because it sets the tone for planning in general, because we're going to be taking a look at how to create a path for you guys to be successful in your future, right? So whether that's your post-secondary education and into a career, whether that's looking at even your personal life, right? So today what we're going to be doing the assignment is called Famous Quotes. And I really hope that Miss Wood can you guys let me know just in the chat in Blackboard, if you're in the assignment right now in Moodle or in Moodle on the homepage for ADC planning, can you guys let me know, can you see the Famous Quotes assignment? Just type into the chat, yes or no. Because I know this morning we were having some issues and I'm hoping that Miss Wood got it fixed before we got in. Perfect. Thank you, Ian. Awesome. So it looks like you guys can actually see the assignment. Fantastic. So we're going to do a quick little run through of the assignment, you guys, and then you'll actually have some work time for today. All right. To finish this assignment off or any other assignments that you need to complete. So here we go. Just to introduce the assignment and to get your brain into the mode of thinking this morning. Okay. We're going to introduce a little new strategy and routine for you guys today. And this routine, actually, I do quite a bit in English as well. So you'll see this strategy in multiple times throughout the semester or even the year. All right. This is a great strategy that actually deepens your thinking quite significantly. All right. So I have put a quote up in red, okay, on the slide here, right, you guys? It's not the days in your life, but the life in your days that counts. Okay. That was said by Brian White. Now, based on that quote, when you think about that quote, what kind of color comes to mind? Can you associate a color with that quote and a symbol? Now, when I say symbol, you guys, for the purpose of this, it can be an image. Okay. So you guys can actually think of an image or a symbol. It's totally up to you when you think about this quote. And what kind of connections can you make between the quote and your color and your symbol or your image? So what we're going to do is I'm going to give you guys I'm going to give you 2 minutes. Okay. And this is your personal think time. You're just thinking with yourself. Come up with a color, come up with a symbol or an image that represents that quote and why, because you need to be able to explain it as soon as we're ready to partner up. Okay. So let's take 2 minutes, come up with a color and a symbol or image, and then we'll reconvene and we'll go on to the next step. All right. Take 2 minutes to do that, you guys. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So now what we're going to do, your 2 minutes is up and hopefully you could come up with a color or a symbol. Okay. What I'm going to do is now I'm going to partner you up. And I'd ask that you guys, could you please remember your partners just in case we do partner work later on today. I don't know if we do. I can't even remember. And then that way we'll already have our partners. Okay. So here we go. I'm going to partner you up a little bit differently than yesterday. Okay. So Kaylin, if you could go with leads, that would be fantastic. Christina, if you could go with Costin. Connor, if you could go with Jonah. Eric, if you could go with Jesse, and then Ian and Jenna, if you guys could go together, that would be great. So now what you're going to do, just in a private chat with your partner, ladies and gentlemen, what I'd like you to do is share your color and symbol with each other, okay? And why. Give the significance and the explanation why you chose those things. So I'm going to actually give you about 5 minutes to discuss that so that each partner has a chance to contribute to the conversation. All right. So take 5 minutes. Maybe you need to introduce yourself to your new partner and then talk about the quote. All right. Go ahead and get started, you guys. All right. Honestly, guys, I love watching your guys' private chats as well, and just your thought process that goes on and all of your different thought processes. I can see from you guys chatting what you're thinking about and why you're thinking that way. And it's awesome. I can totally see your guys' learning styles coming out in your chat. So now what I want to do is just take 10 seconds with your partner, decide who's going to share, type into the room chat. And I just want you to share one thing into the room chat. It can be either your partner's color or your own color, or your image or your partner's image, whatever it is. It doesn't have to be both. Okay. Just choose one and share. And then make sure you're sharing though the reason why as well. Right? Don't just say your color. Tell me why. Why was that the color that you guys chose, or that you chose, or your partner chose, or whatever it is? So and then I'm going to bring that up. Okay. So when you're ready, when you've decided who the partner is that's going to share, I'm just going to bring up the, and I forgot to make this bigger, you guys. So give me 2 seconds, because I want to make sure that we can actually see this. So just as you guys are deciding on who is going to share, I will discuss with you guys what I thought. So as I was doing this and as I was putting together this quote, my color that I chose, it was actually tie-dye. That's kind of I know I don't want to sound like I didn't choose a concrete color, but it was kind of tie-dye, right? Because it's that life, and it brings life into your day. So it's not about looking at the days compartmentalized, right? It's about how you live your life. And I think about, all the colors in one when I think about that. So for me, my color was tie-dye. And then for the image or symbol that I kind of came up with was like bull horns, right? Taking life by the horns, right? That's kind of what I associated that with, right? Because you got to take every opportunity that's given to you and turn it into something that you can find success in, right? Or even, as I start saying this, right? Making lemonade, right? Making lemons into lemonade, that sort of thing. Yes, absolutely. Great. So thanks for sharing, Jessie. Awesome, right? Perfect. That's exactly what I'm looking for. Absolutely. So I'm going to give you guys just like 1 more minute. So if each of the groups can just share something into the chat, that would be great. Just so we can see, because as this process goes through, you guys, I'm hoping that even if you couldn't think of a symbol or couldn't think of a color, which is totally fine, that's why we partner share, right? Because hopefully that tweaks something in your mind when you're talking with somebody else, right? Or if I share something with you, now you're thinking, okay, now I can think of this, right? We're here to collaborate and work together, and hopefully that extends your thinking, right? And same, so exactly what Jessie's done, right? I never thought of it that way, so that's fantastic, right? Connecting that quality of life to freedom, right? Fantastic. So I'll give you guys a few more minutes just to share, because I want at least a couple more people to type into the room chat. Because Jessie's not the only one. Remember your community contributions, you guys. I didn't bring a green mug today, you guys, so you can actually see my mug. Yeah, Jenna, absolutely. For sure, that endless limit of sky, right? Perfect. I'm just going to scroll down here. There we go. Nice. Jonah, kind of bringing in a scientific twist, right? Of how we measure days. Nice. Mr. Borden would be very proud of you right now. Some cross-curricular going on. Excellent. Oh yes, Leeds, I'm glad you shared this, because I had a little chuckle while you and Kaylin were private chatting about this and how poetic you were. And that's great. That's awesome. Okay, good job. Awesome. Good work, Kaylin. Perfect. Good job, you guys. So you can see that it actually, just because we have a quote and we read it and we can talk about it, but we've really unpacked that quote, right? And everybody has a different way of looking at it, right? And the significance to them is different, the connections that we made, right? So for example, like Kaylin taking his walks, right? That really connected with him. And that's how it works, right? Good, fantastic, you guys. So I'm just going to go back to my PowerPoint here and move on. And we can actually now get into a quick discussion around what the actual assignment is. Okay. So when you click into the assignment, you guys, in Moodle, okay, we have given you a whole array, and you can see some images up there. If you don't know who these people are up here, you can Google them. All right. And we've given you some quotes, okay, around these successful people. And one of the big things, you guys, that I started thinking about as I was unpacking my thinking around this assignment was, hold on, you guys. I don't know if you can hear this, but I'm just gonna, sorry, my phone started ringing. So what I started thinking about was, when I started unpacking this, was, you may know who these people are, but do you consider them even successful? What is our definition of successful in society today? So can you guys, in the chat, I just want each and every one of you to come up with just a word, like what makes people successful? What's a characteristic that maybe all these people have, or at least one of them have, that make them successful, either in their careers or in their life in general? What is one word that could describe what makes a person successful? And just type it into the chat, you guys. So again, I'll put the chat back up so we can all see and share. Good, Jenna. Great first phrase. Hardworking. Absolutely. You need to be hardworking. Determination. Another great word. Good, Jessie. And I see Christina typing. So maybe Christina's going to share. Perseverance is another one, right, you guys? Confident. Good, Jonah. Excellent. Those are some great words. And I'll stop you there, okay? Normally, I'd make everybody contribute until we're done, but we're still at the beginning of the year. We're easing you guys in, all right? So don't think you're going to get away with just sitting back and watching class, all right? You do need to participate. But those are some really great words to start with. So those are just some, right, characteristics of being successful. They're not all of them. And some people actually don't have all those characteristics, right? When we talk about being successful, we're going back to that living in your strengths. These people all know what their strengths are, and that's where they live in them, okay? And that really makes them successful as well, okay? So within the assignment, you guys, you'll see we've broken down some of those images, right? And we've given you quotes around what these people have said around what makes them successful, right? J.K. Rowling, right, you guys? The author of Harry Potter, right? It is our choices that show we truly are far more than our abilities, right? Okay. And you guys can read through those. Each of those people have quotes that they live by, right? That they really, like, their mantras. So here's your actual assignment. Okay. I want you guys to find a quote from someone you consider successful. Okay. So think about those qualities of what makes a person successful. Are they hardworking? Are they determined? Are they confident? Do they live in their strengths? All those different aspects. And I want you to find a quote that really resonates with you, okay? And that it really shows why it resonates. Then what I want you to do is write a brief paragraph, okay, as to why you're connecting with this quote. And we've given you a couple of questions to guide you in your response. You don't have to answer these questions, you guys. It's up to you, as long as you show me why you are connecting to this quote. Okay? Then the third step is, I want you to include an image with your quote. It doesn't have to be the person, okay? It can be an image that represents that quote, just like we did in our little opening activity, right? That can be why as well, and you can add that into your paragraph, right? Now, in the assignment, guys, you are completing this straight into the online text box. So I want to just show you, because it's a little bit different. You do not have to do this on a Word doc. So when you are in the assignment, you guys, and you scroll down to famous quote, and you're in here, you will notice at the very bottom, you can just go straight to add submission, and you will see the online text box. This is where you are actually answering your, or where you're putting your assignment. Okay. So you can type your text here, right? So I'm just going to say type text here, right? Type your paragraph, and wherever you want to insert your image, you guys, find an image on Google Images, wherever you find your image. Okay. Make sure you save it to your desktop, to your planning folder, whatever it is. Okay. And how you can upload that, you guys, is quite easily. This little image right here. Okay. It looks like almost like a little mountain. Okay. This is your insert an image. Find or upload an image. Again, so this looks very familiar, right? It's almost like uploading a Word document, right? So you're going to browse, you're going to find a picture, okay, and then open, and it should pop right into your text box, into your online text box. Okay, so I'm just canceling all this, you guys. So then you can insert a picture there as well. And then just save changes, and you're done. And it's submitted to me automatically. Now, remember, okay, that you also need to do your self-assessment. So just like you did on the last assignment, your profile and avatar, right? You guys also need to make sure that you are completing a self-assessment out of 5. Why do you deserve that mark? Okay, and then make sure that you're reading the assessment. Okay, so did you include the quote as well as the author? Okay, is your paragraph well written and error-free? And is the paragraph demonstrating reflection and insight? So I really want you guys to show me that you truly understand the quote and how you connect to that quote. All right. That's really, really key. All right. Jesse, your self-assessment can go straight into the online text box as well. So put your assignment first, and then underneath you can do your self-assessment. So it can all go in the online text box. All right. So I'm pretty sure, you guys, let me just go back to make sure that I have given you everything. Now, instead of asking me that you're done, right? Instead of asking me that you're done, you ask me what's next, right? So if you finish, the next step is always the challenge, okay? So this is for you to create your own quote based on your successes and failures. Can you come up with your own quote around your life? Okay, so that's your next step if you want to take that next step. Okay, so we went over the assignment or the assessment really quickly, right? Include the quote and the author. Make sure your paragraph's well written and error-free. Make sure you're showing thought and understanding. Okay, that's really, really important. Submit in the online text box. Give yourself a self-assessment. And I'm pretty sure that is it, you guys. All right. Super simple assignment for you guys to complete today. You do now have the rest of the block to work on this assignment. All right. So we're going to go off live. And again, you guys, I'm going to head back to my office. Give me 5 minutes and I'll come back into Blackboard and answer any questions that you have. At about 9:05, we'll do a little wrap-up activity for the lesson, and then you guys have to head to math at 10:25. All right? So I'm going to say my goodbyes, you guys, and we'll see you in about 5 minutes just back in Blackboard. Okay? Bye.